All right, guys, welcome back to Drop Frames. Talk about a little bit of what we've been playing. Co, I want to talk to you first because you've been playing Undertale. I've talked about it. Zeke's talked about it. It's your turn. Also,
I
did you finish it?
I didn't finish it.
Okay.
I am done with it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All
Ooh.
right.
Got-
A little bit of backstory so Trihex is in on the conversation. Zeke is like a huge fan of this
You
game.
on that.
I was pretty jaded when I played it. I wasn't the biggest fan, and now Ko's had his chance, and he did not finish it. Ko, talk to me a little bit about Undertale.
Okay. I went in with a lot of different ways. I went in with a lot of different expectations. I know a lot of people thought it was game of the year. I know people like you felt it was, were said it wasn't great.
Yeah.
So real talk a little bit. I appreciate what it is. It's made by one dude. That's awesome. More power to him. There's lots of humor in it. There's a lot of attempts to, really personalize the characters, which I think are good. However, this is where it starts to go downhill, boys.
Okay.
Hold on tight.
All right.
This is what you call a compliment sandwich.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
I love that. I love that.
Let's get to the meat here. It's an extremely basic game, which is basically a collection of mini games
Yep.
around a basic system that I wasn't a big fan of.
Okay.
I just it got to the point where I did 2 streams of it, and by the end of the second stream, I was kind of done. I was like, I get Undertale now. I understand what it is. Now, apparently there were some big twists at the ending I didn't get to, but it was kind of where it's like, you know what? That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm fine not getting to that point. But here's the other side of the sandwich. I totally understand why people like it. I
Same here.
see the niche that it caters to, and I see why people that like that kind of thing would love this game. It's not my niche.
You're only
It's-
from seeing where you're at, you're only about an hour from finishing it. I'm
yeah,
sure you've been told
that's
that.
the thing. I've been told I'm pretty close to the end, but even then, I just my urge to finish it is not really there. As someone, for me, I have multiple game projects I'm working on this year. I got a Kickstarter for my game right now. I kind of live and breathe gaming mechanics and story mechanics and more importantly the cohesion of both of them. And for me, I see all the pieces, but it feels like they're in different parts of the puzzle. And the actual gameplay of the game to me was very light. It's like the game is there to showcase the characters, the story, the dialogue, and it's kind of like the rest of it was kind of just kind of added on to propel you through that narrative. And I don't want to rag on it. I know a lot of people love the game. The short TLDR, it's a cool game. I see why people like it. It's not for me. It's not for me.
I saw that for whatever reason, I don't know why this came out now, but IGN posted their Undertale review and gave it a 10. So
Really? Wow.
But see that
it just seems weird because it's like,
if the right person plays it,
sure,
if
that's
a
a
person
good
plays
yeah.
Undertale that likes that kind of thing, they're going to love it. In fact, just like Dodger, it's going to be their game of the year. If that's your thing,
Right.
it's everything you could want from that type of game. For me, I need more than that in my game. I need more engaging mechanics. I need more than just, I need more engagement outside of the narrative and the 3-line block that you have to hit A through 1,000 times. I need more. But again, I believe that it's the difference between, like listening to a solo instrumentalist and an orchestra. Like some people want that kind of larger thing. They're both great. It's just a preference thing. And it's neither is not really good, especially if you like it. But it's just, I'm more of a fan of the more orchestra layouts. I like lots of different components working together for one big vision.
Right.
Instead of like, and I feel that Undertale's very, very weighted in a few of its mechanics, and it just kind of completely passes over some of the other ones.
Yeah, I think we both. I would agree with everything you've said. I think we
because,
have
for
the same.
instance, I'm a huge CRPG fan. My Kickstarter is a CRPG. CRPGs are notoriously dialogue heavy. Mine isn't voice acted, so you could argue mine's going to have a lot more reading. My game is going to have a lot more reading than something like Undertale. So people are like, well, if you're going to make a game like that, how can you say Undertale has too much dialogue? Well, that's because in my game, there's like this big background of like mechanics and skill systems and all this different stuff you can do in turn-based combat, real time. There's all this other stuff that complements the dialogue. It's more balanced. But it's again, that's how I feel about it. I don't mean to rag on people. I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's just not my preference.
Right, and I don't think anyone, at least on this show, would say that just because we dislike the game means we hate people that like it. We're not that type of people that are super combative about the games that we enjoy and the games we dislike. But I'm glad that you at least played it and formulated an opinion. I'm glad that
I wanted to like it, dude.
I think I did too. I wanted to have this feeling, and I was kind of what Trihex was saying, how he's so passionate. And I know this is weird speaking about you in like the third person, even though you're here. You're so passionate about this game with Yoshi that like I want to have that experience as often as possible, right? And I wanted that to come from Undertale. I wanted it to be like the same feeling. You hear
the passion behind how people talk about the game,
yeah.
and you go, I want that.
Exactly.
I want to feel that way about this game.
And it just wasn't there.
And I tried. I really tried. But,
it just wasn't there.
It just wasn't, the spark wasn't there.
Trihex, have you played Undertale at all?
No, I haven't. I'm actually glad you asked me about this. I wanted to chime in a little bit there. I do want to check it out. There's a lot of things I want to check out. But when you bring up like this scenario of why you didn't finish it, with this thing about modern games and having this overemphasis on cinematic pursuit or atmospheric immersion, and gameplay is like a very distant second. Like gameplay is almost like the unwanted appendage with what they want to get across.
Sure.
And there's definitely those are more offensive, and it's not all of modern gaming, but you look at something like The Order 1886, and you can just clearly tell maybe that game suffered from the same problem that kind of caused you to be able to want to have the desire to finish Undertale, where it's just like you're so caught up in like you want to give me this feeling and tell me this story that you forget the reason I'm playing this game is to play a game.
Right?
You absolutely nailed it, Trihex.
Exactly.
I felt like Undertale. I felt like the Undertale could have been almost just as impactful without the player moving around, without the mini games and the fighting, without the very basic puzzles in it. Like it could have just been a graphic novel, and I feel like a lot of the people that love it now would have loved it just as much.
I agree.
I may have had a different experience with this because I think I might be the only person that's played it that really liked it a lot.
On the cast,
On the cat, dude. Most people really like it. Yeah.
No, that's what I meant. And maybe it's because I went the pacifist route the entire way because there are more interesting choices, more interesting dialogue.
That's what I did too.
You did pacifist as well? Okay.
Total pacifist run.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you did? Okay. I did not know that. I thought I saw you attacking somebody in there, but I'm probably wrong. However, I like that there's been a turn where like recently where it's a lot of focus on story and immersion and background and all that kind of stuff. I like those kind of games. Like my favorite series is BioShock,
right?
And that is just chock full of that kind of stuff. It doesn't hurt that the gameplay is also very
random,
enjoyable,
random tangent, by
and
the
that
way.
kind of stuff. But I would say that the main reason why I like it so much is because of the lore and how it makes you feel once you're in the world and that kind of thing. And I kind of like I like analogies. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like the difference between like some people like instrumental music and some people like music with lyrics.
Sure.
And like an instrumental can tell you a story without saying anything, whereas something with lyrics can tell you like a completely different story than the music is even like that you would hear if it was just the music and that kind of thing. And it's just a matter of because we have great gameplay games out there. Like Mario Maker is like the exact perfect example. It's just gameplay. Like it's just awesome, replayable gameplay. Like barely. I mean, there's sort of an Italian plumber story, but like,
reinforced by everything else the game's done.
That's enjoyable. That is enjoyable. But I will never enjoy a Mario game as much as I will enjoy a game with a fucking awesome story, no matter how good the game.
I do want to. Well, no, I'm not going to bring that comment up. I do want to say that the Ram tangent was going to go on. What?
No, I wanted to hear what you had to say. I can't believe you.
I was just going to say I wanted to. Fuck it, we'll say it then. Was it you that said that Mario Maker's not a game, or was that Man vs. Game? Someone said Mario Maker's not a game, and I was just like, what the fuck?
I said it, but I said it
really
tongue in cheek. It's a
Okay.
tongue-in-cheek kind of a
That-
thing.
that's
know
why I
it's
didn't
like
wanna bring it
there's
up.
no,
It's
like
part
there's
of-
no single player campaign that's not a game. Like what did you
No,
mean?
I saw no. The reason why I said that, and it's a joke, but
Right, I thought
it was
that, yeah.
summed up perfectly by someone did it. It wasn't a Photoshop, but just a manipulation of the box art of Mario Maker, and it says Mario Maker, and then at the bottom it says you fucking make it, or you.
Okay, so there's
like-
there's no like
yeah.
they didn't make the content essentially.
I get that.
Right.
That
It's like buying a rocking horse or giving someone wood and hammer and nails and shit.
Yeah.
I heard a very I read a little thing on online, kind of a mini article about how Mario is the new birth of the sandbox game, and it was
Mario
a
Maker
very
is?
interesting engagement comparing Mario to like the old sandbox games, and about how it's completely giving power to like the community to make the content and develop it and then play it and use it. Like it's the ultimate like sandbox tool set. Here's your toys, have fun with them kind of thing.
It's
And I thought
it's
that
an approachable game creation mechanic or game creation game.
it's kind of a genre in itself.
Yeah.
Where the game itself is just a set of tools, and then you give those tools to the player and you say, okay, players, you guys make the content. We're going to give you everything you need to do it, but you guys make that content.
It's
There's actually a
interesting.
mobile coming out on the 21st. It's doing a similar thing. They're releasing
Right.
a campaign with the game, but they're also releasing all the tools to build the entire campaign yourself if you want to do it. It's kind of cool.
It's interesting too, because if you think about it, like if Mario Maker wasn't actually, if it didn't have a community and it was just a random game that wasn't backed by, you know, Nintendo or didn't have the Mario brand on it, it would be pretty shitty because no one would make levels. So then the entire game would just be worthless. Like it wouldn't have a community that's constantly creating new things. So I don't think you could do that with unless it's a established IP like Mario.
Well, you can make it the argument that Minecraft is barely a game, because it's like, for me to like the reason why I say that, and I understand that. I mean, it's just semantics. Just
Yeah,
it's
that's
just words.
another can of worms for sure.
But the reason why, like, it doesn't strike me as a game is because there's no goal. There's like no like set goal to get to in like
Well, it's
Minecraft.
it's to
or
save the
Mario
princess. You save the princess, Zeke. That's the goal.
Minecraft
but
is
when you-
kind of, you got to be careful with Minecraft, because Minecraft's kind of its own beast.
Minecraft's a motherfucker. Yeah, let's just leave it
there's
alone.
like there's not really a lot of things you can compare Minecraft to, because it's Minecraft. It's like its
Yeah.
own genre. So it's
Now,
like,
now, don't get me wrong. I'm not shitting on it. I'm just saying, like, a game means something to me that maybe doesn't mean to everybody else.
Sure.
also, Aurelian will break you.
I
if it
enjoyed
takes
playing
time.
Mario Maker. I enjoyed playing Minecraft. I mean,
Yeah. It's a
No,
thing.
I can agree with that. The one thing you brought up earlier about the if Mario Maker would be bad if it was like a different property and didn't have the backing and brand recognition and the accessibility of immediately knowing how everything works because it's all Mario stuff.
Right.
I do feel even if that was stripped away, like it could still be a game if it was like just Maker, not Mario Maker. It would still be able to float on the accord that like Nintendo. If you notice this lately with Splatoon and Smash 4, they're doing like this like. Well, it started with Mario Kart 8, the extended support schedule. I guess to fight used game sales or whatever, or just to be a good company on it. I feel like they're one of the best ones who are handling DLC.
Yeah. The
classes
post-release support. Yeah.
Yeah. The Smash 4 gets a year and a half of characters.
Yeah.
and
I
it
can't
only
believe
starts
still
developing at the end of the
characters are coming out. That's crazy. It's actually
You know,
insane.
So, yeah, based off that right now, though, I guess it's speculated that we're going to have a year and a half of updates of Mario Maker, and each update has been really, really good. Like some things, like the first update with like checkpoints was like long overdue because there was too much 100-man expert I had were just shit ass Japan Kaiser levels that clearly were just annoying because they didn't have a checkpoint in them altogether. But yeah, every update has been legitimately giving me things that I make the game way more enjoyable. Just when you're like getting tired and you're getting used to a lower standard of Mario Maker because of the shortcomings for whatever thing is missing, they come in and they add it in there, and it's really, really great.
They've
To
only-
the point now where I wonder what they're going to add, and it's like, not to derail the topic here into something else here, but
It's fine.
Yeah.
That's
But
our
that's
show.
literally our show is tangents.
Oh.
So
Derail away, please.
all right, derail away then. Well, the thing everyone's crying for right now is slopes. You know, in New Mario Brothers U, the 2012 launch title for the Wii U, you can slide down slopes, and I feel that would be a very exciting thing to utilize in future levels. But just they're not there yet. So it's something that people have been crying for a while, and I can tell it's definitely a thing where we're just waiting on them to like get on it on the future update.
The other thing too is that Super Mario 2 just doesn't exist. Right? They just like disregarded that game ever existed in life because it's such a different game. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how it happened though. I mean, you know the story about the real Mario Brothers 2?
No, I don't. By all means, explain.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, so if you remember your Super Mario All Stars card for Super Nintendo, the one that includes the 4 games, including the infamous Lost Levels.
Yep.
Lost Levels is the actual Mario Brothers 2 in Japan.
Okay, yeah, I think
it's hard, it's unfair, it's brutal, it's punishing, it's just like it's got that snickering giggle every time you think you're safe and you're not safe. It's really not that fun on the first playthrough anyway. And Nintendo of America saw that like Mario Brothers 2 in Japan was either not selling well or not being received that great. So in like a knee-jerk reaction, they took another game. What is it? Doki Doki Panic, I think it's called.
That sounds like a game I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah, it has like totally different characters, and they just took that game and replaced the sprites with like Mario Brothers sprites, which is actually where they So the reason why Peach has a floating dress is because of some completely different character they gave a sprite change to in SMB2 USA.
Oh, see, I had no idea.
So the game's not even a Mario game in all honesty, which is why it doesn't have Bowser. It has like a really awkward ending, and the gameplay and level design is totally different because of all those like just random factors altogether there. But yeah, it's really not a Mario game. So that's why it's not really included in the series canon at this point.
Interesting. I'm watching you do a 100-man expert run here.
Oh man,
fuck these levels, man. These levels are so fucking difficult. That's so insane.
Oh my god.
Did you follow the Dan Reichert and Patrick Klepek thing at all in Mario Maker Trihex?
That was the charity something competition.
Yeah,
right?
I think
they had to beat each other's level in like 4 days or whatever.
Yeah, it's continued a little bit past that, but it's like basically Dan Reichert creates these fucking nightmare levels where they're not like a Panga level where they're just all difficult all the time. They have like a puzzle element to it to where they use very weird, not glitches, but just things that you can manipulate in the game. And then he puts them behind like these very, very hard, like one super insane hard string of jumps. And so and then Patrick Klepek goes and tries to beat it. But it's just like that type of stuff actually turned me off from Mario Maker. Like I want levels that are approachable, that are difficult, but that are like solvable in a casual manner. Because like this shit is just like, what the fuck, man? This is absurd.
All right. This level right here, actually, I just remembered here. Okay. This level, you see me right now, you're like, what the fuck do you do? Do I take the unhatched Yoshi egg, eat it, spit it out, have the other Yoshi hatch, hop on it? Do I have to hot swap Yoshi to get through that one block gap with the spikes? I'm right there with you. I'm like, what do I do? What's the solution? You want to know? You should fast forward and find out. Like
is there like a dev door or some shit?
Is this one of those?
It's so stupid. I hate. It's somewhere in there. I find. Okay, you saw it there. There's a hidden block with a star right there. So I completely overthought. And so then you want to eat the star with Yoshi, then spit it out, and then get it as late as possible to then make it to the one block gap, and then win the level.
See, I wish and this is kind of my issue with Mario Maker at large is there's no filter for like the filter is like this level is really fucking hard or this level is really fucking easy. And you don't get you have no choice of discovering the variance in between those. It's just like happenstance that you happen upon a easy hard level. Right? So playing through these as a casual player is always a fucking nightmare because the first level you come upon is like shit like this, where it's not enjoyable to me to play. But for people like you and Witwix and other people that do these runs on Twitch, it's super enjoyable because one, the audience wants to see you fail. That's the number one thing behind Mario Maker is the audience wants to see someone fail and then get really, really good at it. But it's just I don't maybe the game's not for me because I really enjoyed it at the start. And now everyone's making these crazy, stupid hard levels that aren't that difficult.
I am right there with you. That is definitely a problem that I'm not sure Nintendo is eager to fix. I don't know if they're aware of how bad that is now. Where it's
it's really bad.
It's really bad, and I think it's bringing some big attention now. You have the bookmark functionality where you can see that levels now have a category there's easy, normal, hard, and then there's super hard.
Okay,
And
I
you
didn't know
see
that
like,
existed. Yeah.
Okay, so they have that now. Now there's categories. You can use the bookmark website to find levels if you're like in your situation where you want to find. The problem is there's just a big gap. Like the difference between hard and super hard is like pretty much. I would say like 90% of what you're gonna run into a 100-man expert now is super hard levels. Like,
Yeah.
and it's like, all right, you figure out, okay, you think like I think I'm like okay at Mario Maker, and then I see like what people are playing and what they're beating on like I look at with my cousin who's 19. I see what he's playing on these things, and he's like, okay, I'm not. I guess I'm a little bit above average, and so you realize like how much the wide spectrum of all the players is how speedrunners are in particular, or the popular Mario Maker streamers right now. Like
Right.
we are not average. We're not normal, and if the goal is to spread joy and have everyone play the fun levels, then yeah, there's a big failure going on. It's just a big gap between like the levels that are hard and levels that are enjoy being watched.
There should be 2 different ratings. There should be a hardness rating and a fun rating.
Yeah, like maybe a
I
fun
got
rating.
All those
yeah.
damn levels that are super hard but have like some stupid little thing where you can like jump above the level and run across.
One little thing, yeah.
Those should be like -1 fun rating.
No, I agree with that. And there's actually there is a way to measure that too. It's like how much discovery is there in the level to solve. Like if I can level right away and I'm like, all right, this is just it's hard because it's got this really unforgiving 1 pixel jump and this one annoying gap, and there's like 3 Bowsers all on top of each other here. It's just annoying. That's why it's hard. Then that's not fun. But if there's like a level and you're like, I am rewarded for exploring, I'm intrigued by what the solution could be here. Like there's a whole different thing going on altogether.
More importantly, the difficulty is the kind of thing where you slowly move through it, overcoming challenge after challenge after challenge. It's like something that you have to, really conquer instead of just finding a cheap gimmick.
Yeah.
Right. And that comes back to
I watch streamers playing Mario Maker and they find that gimmick, they always have the same reaction. Oh shit. It's like, oh, there it is. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
It's just like, that's not how you're supposed to react to this. That's not the point of these things. I don't know, man. That's one of the reasons I've never played Mario Maker, to be honest. Because I like feel like I'd get to a point where if I'd hit one of those levels, like I'd just get so frustrated trying to do it for like an hour and then find one of those little gimmicks. I don't have time for that shit.
It's a hard game to recommend to people to play right now.
I understand that. One thing that people are violating a ton when it comes to good level design. Okay, so first off, I haven't made a level yet. I should probably clarify that. People have been asking me like, when are you gonna make a level, Trihex? And it's like, well, now that I've waited this long. First, I was like, okay, the problem is like I've speedrun for so long now. I don't know if I can separate the speedrunner savviness from making a genuinely fun level, because I'm like so aware of like its speedrun ability that I can't separate and get the lateral perspective on how to make a fun level versus making a level I enjoy speedrunning, because they're 2 different things, right?
Yeah.
So there's that problem going on there. But 2 is that where's it going with that now? Oh, the problem. Okay, so yeah, and also that like I've waited so long now with the Mario Maker blow up to make a level that if I make a level now, I'm like guaranteed to I am guaranteed to have like sky high expectations. And thank you.
Hello, lady.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I got there's sky high expectations right now, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to match them with whatever level I'd make. So I'm a little bit intimidated by that, but I told my viewers, all right, look, 2016, new goal, new resolution. I will get on making some levels for you for sure. But now back to the point I was going to make though originally was that the common violation people make when they're designing their levels is like there's like the neutral zone, right? There's like you're on flat ground. There's nothing to harm you. You can observe the level and figure out your game plan to execute. Then you have the obstacle, which is what you're looking at to overcome, and then you return back to neutral zone. There should be neutral zone, obstacle, neutral zone, and then you repeat that over and over again. Right. You can violate a little bit and get progressively harder in a level, but it shouldn't be like it should never be obstacle, 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 because I need to have time to even look at the obstacle to know what I'm doing next. So what that means is a lot of levels require you to already know the complete level layout in order to beat them, which is honestly is just bad level design.
Yeah, and the other thing too is like there's levels with exactly what you just said, and if you fuck up one thing along the line, you have to start the entire thing over. And that's where I'm just like, it loses me. Like I have no interest in doing that whatsoever.
Like that level we saw earlier, man, like where it's like 17 challenges back to back that you have to nail perfectly.
Oh, yeah.
How would you even approach something like that? I don't even know.
You just dump time into it.
It's just a time grind at that point.
But it is interesting because it has created this stream on Twitch, this type of stream on Twitch that Trihex does and Witwix does and other players like Josh OG, not to the same ability,
Yeah.
does.
Oh, Josh is streaming now.
Josh
No,
does a lot of
dude,
100-man expert challenges.
I love Josh actually. He it's refreshing to watch him because he's like he doesn't quite do as hard levels as me and Witwix, but I find that refreshing to see like what excites him.
Yeah.
Because it's like, all right, I live because like, you don't want to live in this vacuum where it's like people only play like you're watching Pango, you're watching me, you're watching Witwix or whatever. You're watching all these super hard levels being played, and we're just like, and we're mad about like this being this 1% where we can't tackle the 0.1% hardest levels in the game. And then I watch Josh OG, and it's like I get a refreshing reminder that I don't live in a vacuum and that there's other like let me see how other people play this game just period from a different realm of Twitch altogether.
Yeah.
I find watching him very, very fun. Actually, I should stop lurking. I should post in this chat more often. So,
there you go. I'm sure you'd appreciate it. Zeke, I want to bring you into the conversation because you're playing Witcher 3, which we talked a little bit last week.
Yep.
And now you've picked up the other big open world, well, one of the other big open world games from last year, with Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yep.
Were you big into like Metal Gear Solid prior to that? Are you going to this series blind? Like, where are you at in the mythos of Metal Gear Solid?
I played the first one. I played Metal Gear Solid 1.
Okay. For PSX?
Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I played that years ago when it first came out. And I haven't played any other ones in between. And I picked up Metal Gear Solid 5 and it's fine. I just jump right into it. The story is confusing and
Yeah.
it's convoluted and it's trippy as shit.
Classic Kojima.
At times. The voice acting is really good. The art style is really good. I like the idea of kind of like the opening thing is just so much acidy mushroom shit.
Oh, yeah.
Just thrown at you.
But it's beautiful.
I enjoyed the shit out of it because I was like, I'm happily befuddled by what's going on right now. And then you get into the gameplay and it's exactly like you want it to be. It's you can do the sneaky route, you can do like the snipey route, you can do whatever. I think I found what I want to do in it is I really am not very good at aiming and shooting, especially with third person. I don't like. I mean, I use a controller for anything that's third person, and aiming and shooting is obviously a little bit more difficult with a controller. But I found like there's always, excuse me, not always, but usually there's a melee option. And in this one, there definitely is a melee option, which I think is what I'm going to do. Like for my next, like when I pick it up after the cast or after today's show is over, is going to be just run. It's going to be a run and punch kind of a thing. No, like I tried sneaking and it's like, it's really cool to sneak and it's really fun and that kind of stuff. But it does like, it makes me hungry for more action. Like it's a lot. Like if you want to not get noticed, you have to sneak around a lot, and it makes it really slow. It's not like what's another game like that's really sneaky? Like oh god, what's it? Dishonored. Like Dishonored, there were sneaky parts, but wasn't like it didn't feel like slowness between action points. Like they were spaced closer together. Like you would sneak, do something cool, and then sneak, do something. This one's like, if you really want to do it, you sneak like a lot.
Right.
However, I found like a way that I really started to enjoy. Like I did at my last mission started and failed, but I'd like just run in there, get up as close as possible to like and just like beat ass, hide for a little bit, come back, pop back out, beat some more ass. Also, airlifting people
it's the best thing in the game.
yeah,
it's the best thing in the game.
It is hilarious,
especially when you get the last tier of it. Oh my god,
it becomes addictive too. It's like you see a group, you see everyone in the base, and you're like, I need to get every single one of these people, and there's no reason to. There's no reason. You're just like, I gotta get that guy up in the fucking air, like right now.
I almost had a fucking riot when I darted the puppy dog or whatever.
Oh yeah,
whatever that thing is.
D-Dog.
Yeah,
D-Dog, man.
Yeah, I almost had a riot when I tranked him.
What do you?
They're like, no! Don't trank the doggy!
You're talking about chat? Jesus. Yeah.
But no, I mean like, and it's also fun to like this was a very fun second. I spent like an hour just on this section because
Just tranking
there was
people.
tranking people, and also like the reactions to it is like when you punch them once, they're like, "Yes, sir, thank you, sir."
Yeah.
They just love it. They're like, appreciate that for punching me in the face. Nice punch, or whatever the fuck they say. It was great, and I got almost through the entire tutorial, and you get the box, like they show you the cardboard box at the end, and I was running and sliding in the box, and I ran and I slid off the fucking helicopter pad,
Nice.
and I had to do the whole tutorial over again.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but it's great, and the gameplay is fucking phenomenal.
It's a good game.
But playing Witcher, man, fucked up my control scheme.
What do you mean?
I'm pressing A to run. So I'm always like,
Oh.
all right, let's start running. And I go prone.
The same problem.
That is not what I want to do. I don't want to go prone right now. I'm running away.
Yeah.
So like the guy shoots me and I'm like, oh shit. And I lay down in front of him.
Going from one to the other, that makes sense, yeah. It's you gotta try to finish this, Metal Gear?
I don't know. I mean,
I'm sure you've gotten that question a lot because this is one of those games that like goes on, man. It goes
this has been
on.
my for the past year and a half since like my decision has been I will keep playing a game as long as I'm still having fun. I will never put the pressure on myself to finish a game if I don't like it anymore.
Well, here's a question. When y'all say finish the game, does that mean like beat the campaign, or does that mean like 100%, or does that mean like
it has different variations, I think. Like when I say beat the game, I mean like finish the story. Is what
okay,
I'm
all right,
talking
okay.
about.
So finish the story in the campaign or whatever. Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. I don't think I would ever like.
The
only person I would ask if they're gonna 100% it, because I know they probably would, is Co. Like, there's not another streamer I'm like, yeah, that guy will 100% that game. No problem.
To be fair, MGS5 is like, I mean, what's the average 100% completion on this game now? Like it's like
30 hours easy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, like easily, like
yeah, it's a long game.
A month-long project here to get that going.
Yeah,
it's really the percentage of people that complete Metal Gear Solid is how long can you get through the game before you are told or discover that Kojima didn't finish it, and then it's like, oh,
it's fair. It's fair. There are some cool things though towards the end.
I love that Trihex asked, like, what do you consider like ending the game? Because
well, to us plebs, it's like we have so many different variations.
I wanted to immediately chime in and go, oh, any percent.
Yeah,
that's what finishing the game is for most of us. It's any percent.
Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Whenever we talk about it, it's any percent. Yeah, that's true. That's a great.
No, this is actually very refreshing because again, I like the idea where I'm like branching out a little bit and I'm not in that speedrunner vacuum where it's like
you can casually play a game.
You can casually play a game, which we all did. Oh my god, you're great.
There it is. I was waiting for this. I was like, show some of this.
Never change your facial hair. That is, I wish you, if you just said hi to me IRL, I want you to know if you had been an alpha wolf, like I know you're a spirit animal actually is. If you would have came up to me and been like, Trihex, I would have been like, yo, let's do a selfie, and I want to grab the handlebars. I want to do like some cute thing with the handlebars, and we're just gonna like.
You missed out, Zeke.
Man, missed opportunities. I really regret it now.
PAX South, are you gonna be there, Trihex?
Not PAX South, but
you're
PAX
so close.
I can't afford to take too much time off.
Okay,
I already like did a whole week off in January.
I got
like,
you.
Dude, my chat complains like they're like, where's the stream, man? So I have to like I think I call early on.
Sponsor, man.
Yeah. That's true.
Oh, speaking of that, if you go towards the end of the
setup,
podcast,
just take it with you.
I didn't think about that.
Also, Intel is really good about letting you stream from their booth.
That's true. You could hit up Intel.
Dude,
that's actually, dude. I'm on a streak, so I have to stream every single day. So I've taught like you they'll do this with any streamer. You can talk to Intel. They'll let you stream for an hour or two from their booth, like every day of the thing. So you stream before you leave, the day you travel. You make sure that you come back so you can stream that night, and boom, you're covered for all 3 days.
Dude, I didn't even think about that.
We can talk after the stream, man. We'll get to it.
They have legit setups.
Hey, after party. All right, yeah, dude, that'd be sick. Actually, I don't know if it's too late.
It's going to be tough to find tickets.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, I know at this point now it's like.
But the next one.
Yeah, no, it's also okay. So yeah, the positive here is that while I won't be at PAX South, I will definitely be at PAX Prime. Like my one regret about PAX Prime when I attended last year was like, I feel like I slept too much. Like
it's always that. It's always that at any convention you go to. It's always like that,
dude. Yeah, like I felt like I blinked. And I'm like, man, why am I sleeping 8 hours a day? I feel like I'm doing this wrong. Like I feel like I'm missing too much when I wake up at this point. Like,
for sure.
So fix that for sure.
For sure. Zeke, what were we gonna say at the end of this broadcast?
Oh, I was gonna say at the end of this, there's a way someone made me a way better Lemmy cutout. Like
Well, I
towards the
saw the
end.
Metal Gear Solid cutout. This, which
Yeah,
is
that was
pretty
Julia.
fucking cool.
Julia just whips up these be right back screens. I don't even ask for them.
Julia's, yeah.
While she's watching, she's like, "I made you this be right back screen. Do you want it?" Yes, of course I do.
I like that. That's your Italian accent.
No, that's just my. That's just
I
my,
know.
That's my catch-all woman accent.
Okay, gotcha. I can't find it specifically.
I just made
yeah.
this for you. Do you want it?
I can't find it.
Just a little bit of an extra.
That's almost all. That's all women.
no
for me.
gender.
Jesus Christ, you're gonna get us in trouble. Zeke,
Except
what?
for my mom,
Zeke,
who
what
is-
else you
for
been
some reason,
playing?
I give her this like Yiddish accent.
Did you finish To the Moon?
Oh
Did you
yeah.
have- you finished that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a heartbreaker.
Okay, now speaking of no gameplay,
Yeah, that has none. Yeah.
there's like none gameplay. That's like it. Now, I like Undertale better than To the Moon. I'll say that
Okay.
because okay, good story. Yes, music was good too, but I will say there wasn't a lot of subtlety in To the Moon.
No,
It's like
not at all.
they like take
It
out
beats you over the
feels
fucking back.
hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, take out the feels hammer and just smash you in the face with it. They're like, feel this now.
Have you heard of that game? Fuck. Is it Dinosaur?
But it's good. I did tear up. I teared up at.
Yeah, at To the Moon.
Yeah.
Oh,
There was a
you
part.
should play it, Co. It's off stream. Even it's good.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people recommend To the Moon to me.
It's a quick one too. It's a 1-day cast.
Yeah.
What?
Speaking of tear jerkers, just to throw this in here, interjected at the end. Oh my god, Mass Effect 3, dude.
Really?
That dude,
I
there
guess I haven't played
and
it, so I
especially the
don't
DLCs. Like I'm doing the Citadel DLC now, Mass Effect 3. There are very few games that can give you an emotional connection like those games can to characters. Like it's stunning at times. It really is. And also, okay, quick little side note about Mass Effect 3. There's a DLC in Mass Effect 3. Like I played through the Mass Effect franchise before I streamed it,
Yeah.
and I played it again recently. And there's this one DLC, and I'm not going to spoil any of it because if you've never played Mass Effect 3 Leviathan, do yourself a favor and go back and play it because
Is that the one
holy
that
shit,
fixes the
there's
ending?
a DLC. If Mass Effect 1 through 3 is a 4-piece puzzle, Leviathan is one of the pieces.
Wait, is
Like
that the one that fixes the ending?
No, it's not. It's
Okay.
not even that one. But I mean, it goes like it explains this entire side of the game. Like I don't want to spoil it because it's amazing when you get to the end of it.
Yeah.
But if you're a Mass Effect 3 fan and you didn't get to play those DLCs, mind blowing when you get to the end of it. Like I remember I
need to
was,
fucking play those games. I've played the
Oh.
games before, but not
have
like
you
to
not played the Mass
completion.
Effect series?
Not to completion. I know everything that happens, but I've played like an hour to 5 hours of each one.
Please do a Mass Effect franchise playthrough in 2016, JP.
They're pretty rough.
Please.
We'll see.
Andromeda comes back at the end of the year, man. I mean, it's a perfect time
That's
for
true.
it. Dude.
Eventually, maybe. We'll see.
I stopped being surprised or outraged about people who have not played a game or whatever. But come on, JP. Come on.
Look, man, I was in
fucking
my
Mass Effect.
Quake days back,
Christ.
in my StarCraft days when those were coming out. Trihex,
Play it
you
now.
keep
It
eyeing.
holds
What are you
up, man.
eyeing
It's
about?
still great. I played it
I
this
will.
year for the first time. It's
I'm
great.
not saying it's a bad game. I just haven't played it.
Don't ask me this topic, man. I'm about to let everyone down. I'm such a failure.
You've never played them, have you?
Dude, here's how bad I am. I almost entirely neglected 7th gen because I was so waist deep in Yoshi Island speedrunning. Like
Yeah,
it was
makes
like, you know, oh, that game came out. Well, I'm still 8th place in Yoshi Island, so I gotta get better at that.
Dude, Trihex,
I've not-
not only is that okay? I am jealous of you.
Yeah, we get to
I'm
play this for the
jealous-
first
Whoa,
time.
whoa.
I'm jealous that you get to experience these
first
whenever
time.
you want. You have an amazing series of games that whenever you want to sit down and be like, you know what? I want to experience something awesome. You can
Yeah.
do that.
See, I still have that.
I recommend them totally. I just played all 3 back to back in the last month. 1, 2, and 3.
And you had played them before? Or no.
I've played them before, but I never like every time I played them, I had other shit going on in my life. I
Same.
didn't 100% them.
That's what
Like,
yeah, that's what I had.
Yeah, I didn't get to focus on them. And
Yeah.
with the Mass Effect 3 series or the Mass Effect series, there's so many little nuances and little it's like the Metal Gear Solid franchise.
Right.
There's so many little nods to the previous games as you play through them, especially in the DLC. And when you get to like the Citadel DLC, which is like the big cumulative DLC of the whole franchise, it's mind-blowing. Like you get to meet all the characters you've been through. It's like going to a big reunion and like all your friends are there. You know, I mean, it's awesome. I can't recommend it more. And if you haven't done Mass Effect, the Witcher series, Metal Gear Solid franchise, I am jealous of you because you literally have amazing gaming content. You can do whatever you want, just waiting for you. It's just
you can keep going here.
BioShock's good.
BioShock.
Zeke, you know the thing that I was gonna say about BioShock. I watched Anne the other day play BioShock Infinite for the first time. She finished it. The big reveal at the end of BioShock Infinite. Anne is not very much an expressive person. This is the most I've ever seen her just go like, "What the fuck is going on?" I was like, "Yes, yes."
You know what?
But what the fuck? But what the fuck in a good way, right?
Yeah. No, she loved it. She loved the ending.
Okay,
She's like,
I was
"This is
worried about it.
fantastic."
Okay.
Like, yeah.
I was worried about Anne because I saw her tweet about the first one.
She hates it.
My heart sank.
Yeah.
When I saw her tweet about the first BioShock. Well, it was something like, "Yeah, that game wasn't as good as I thought it would."
Well,
be.
it was mechanically.
I was like, but a slave obeys.
Yeah, she didn't get far enough in the story to get hooked. I don't think
It's so
is what
good.
happened. But
yeah, no, I'm glad she
Welcome
liked it, dude. That's awesome.
To rapture.
yeah, and that happened
I get
too.
goosebumps
Well,
every
fuck,
time I
I can't
think
talk
about
about
that.
spoilers. Although the limit of spoilering is already fucking gone on that game. But you're talking about Feels games, Zeke. This might be a game for you to play on Indie Sunday if you're looking for recommendations. There's a game
I
called
just downloaded it. I just bought it and downloaded it.
That Dragon
Oh,
Cancer.
I just
I've
bought
been
it
warned
just
to
now.
avoid that game.
Saw it in chat. I bought it and I'm downloading it right now.
Have you been told
This
what it's
second.
about?
I saw the synopsis of it and I thought it would be a perfect game for me because it's story driven, feelsy kind of a thing.
So
I've been
just
told it is beyond feelsy. It is like
it's pretty bad. Well, it's
because it's real.
decent game,
It's all
yeah.
based on real stuff. The whole game, like, is actually
The game's based about two parents, a husband and wife, who have a kid that has cancer and dies
at 4.
at 4, and that's what the game's about. So it's a
Yikes.
pretty grim fucking game. And also, Zeke, I don't know where you bought it, but I know that you can buy it on charitable websites to cancer research, which is pretty cool that they set that up.
Well, fuck. Now I'm gonna have to buy more copies and like give them away while I play it.
Yeah, you probably
Because
do that,
I
yeah.
just bought it on Steam.
Yeah, you can probably do.
Damn
I'm
it.
sure maybe a portion of the Steam sales they'll probably donate to it. But yeah, I've heard it's real fucked up, like a really emotional game. I'll probably never check it out.
The word that I've been heard to describe it is beautiful, which is
Okay.
not common in a lot of games, but apparently like it's
Yeah,
a real experience.
you gonna play that this weekend, Zeke?
Yeah, there's a couple of indie games that I want to play on Sunday. One is Punch Club.
Oh, I've heard really good things.
Oh,
about that.
actually, I heard good things about that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I want to play that because I've obviously heard a lot about it. I don't know, I have no idea like what it's about or anything like that. Because I do try to avoid it. I see like the people going Punch Club, Punch Club, Punch Club, so I kind of avoid like
The
anybody
hype.
like really talking about it, so I can go into it organically.
Gotcha.
But that Dragon Cancer was actually on my list, and I just spaced it, and the chat just reminded me.
There you go.
And also I wanted to. I probably won't get through more than 2, like, because I'm sure if one of them really grabs me, I'll keep playing it. But the other one I wanted to kind of check out was The Park, which is a
don't think I've heard of
horror
that.
survival game.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you mean the park that's based on the Secret World by Funcom and that stuff?
It
So I'm
says,
thinking of
set in
that.
a creepy amusement park in a dark, hidden, sinister secret. The park is a first-person psychological horror experience focused on exploration and storytelling.
That's the Funcom Secret
Why not?
World crossover thing?
Yeah. Developer Funcom. Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. That's actually, if you've ever heard of the game called The Secret World,
The MMO.
yeah,
They
the
made a
park
fucking
is
what?
based on a location in the Secret World.
That's kind of cool.
It's an interesting, like, the concept. Again, you need to play it. I don't want to spoil it for you, and I don't want to be like it sucks, because it didn't suck, but it was an interesting crossover.
Yeah.
It was like there was some cool stuff about it. And what was kind of crazy, well, Let's talk when you're done with it. I don't want to say anything
Yeah,
before.
yeah. We'll talk to Zeke when we're done with that. I guess
Yeah,
as for me, well, just real quick, just continuing
Souls,
on Dark
JP.
Souls. Yeah.
Tell us about Souls. Yeah. Where
Finished.
are you right now?
We're in the middle of Dark Souls 2, and Zeke, I have to say, my chat, I got a lot of shit because I'm playing as a mage, and my chat chose that for me. Mage is really fucking OP in that game. Like, I one-shot Dark Lurker, and I've never even seen him before. I spawned
too.
into his room, and I'm like, oh, this is that boss that everyone's like having a hard time with. And then I killed him with like no spells. Like, really, I was out of spells at that point, all my big spells. And I just killed him. I was like, oh, I guess Mage is just severely broken. But I have not started the DLC yet. And I've been told the DLC is they like had that in mind of like fucking over the Mage build severely.
Ooh.
Yeah,
And so-
there's still like, that's what I did for my Dark Souls 2 run completely mage, and there's still one boss that I have not beat.
That was the
and
winter boss,
I
right?
don't know if I'll ever beat it.
Or the tiger across the winter
The
thing.
the double cat fight.
Yeah. So I've got
But yeah, did you do with King Kong's dick in your ear?
I just read that too.
yeah, I'm gonna get that a lot in throughout the playthrough.
The last Dark Souls 2 playthrough I did was an all boss clear as a mage, and it was by far the most relaxing.
It's pretty
fun
relaxing.
Dark Souls playthrough I'd ever.
The bosses
done.
aren't
Like,
difficult for me. It's just the traversal stuff, like getting from point A to point B.
and getting comboed as a mage is rough.
Yeah.
Like you get caught in those few quick attacks. I mean, you're done as a mage.
Yep.
But it is so much fun, man.
It's a lot of
I'm-
fun.
I'm getting shit right now playing, or not right now, but the past few days playing Witcher, doing sign build. I'm doing like
Oh, 'cause
strictly
it's
sign
cheesy?
build with armor and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, dude, it's
That's exactly.
it's amazing. It's
That's
amazing.
exactly how Witcher's supposed to be played.
It's
If anyone
casually.
gives you shit
Yeah.
about that, Zeke, that is the whole point of signs. That
Yep.
is the reason they give you all 5 at the beginning of the game. Like, dude, don't. I was a primarily sword build, but still, I mean, that's how you play the game. It's designed
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
Not
But
like you don't. Yeah.
I've got 23 bosses of the 41 killed, and I only have 8 days left in January, even though we're only on the 13th, because next week we're traveling on the 19th, 20th, and 21st, and then I'm at PAX South on the 25th through the 1st. So I don't know if I'm gonna finish Bloodborne plus DLC in that amount of time. Like, I'm hoping I can finish Dark Souls 2 by Saturday evening, and then start Bloodborne on Sunday. We'll see. I might be playing a little bit into February with that.
Where
but-
you're going 5 days early to PAX South.
I'm going on Monday. Yeah, because I gotta go house shopping and stuff in San Antonio. So it lined up to just make that
Oh,
a trip.
that sounds
Oh
fun.
wait, what?
Yeah. Because I'm originally from San Antonio. That's where I grew
Oh,
up.
Cool.
So my entire
Okay.
family's there and stuff.
Awesome, man. Very cool.
But yeah.
I was sitting here like, did I not schedule my trip properly? Like,
No. I'm there real early. I'm there for 7 days, so it'll be kind of crazy. But yeah, it'll be fun. And then I'm looking towards Bloodborne. I watched the fucking run of Bloodborne at GDQ. And it was insulting because it's like I was like 45 minutes or 42 minutes or something like
man.
that.
I've never seen so much salt on Twitter, and from some big names too, about
Yeah.
not using the most recent version.
Well, yeah, he uses the first version because there's certain exploits that they patched. One of them's like the skip at the very beginning where you jump over that wall. You do some sort of, I don't know what it is, but you jump over the first wall basically, and it saves a huge amount of time. And then they have a lot of other skips where you fall down like this entire fucking thing. And then
I
there was just major skips.
absolutely cannot understand what people out there don't get about any percent run.
Well,
Right.
no, okay. Now
It's like
this
Beat
is
the game any way you can, as fast as you can. That's any percent.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, and I got to admit, because this was a very interesting debate, and as a non-speedrunner, I was very confused by everything I was hearing. Like, isn't there, when you do an any run percent like that, do you have to establish the version as well? Like, you can't, because you can't say that was like a Bloodborne speedrun, because they fixed that bug. So
Yeah.
how could you qualify? Like, Trihex, how does this work?
All right. So these are all actually excellent questions. These are all great points here. So it depends on. There's typically like community overheads, like the most popular runner or the runner with the best time will like chime in with his feedback on it. There used to not be speedrun.com where you could easily just like make a new category for everything to be respected and understood. But what would happen in this particular case is there's pre-patch 80% and then post-patch 80%. If both are different enough, then both are actually competed frequently to warrant both existing and both that. The idea in general for every game with every category is like to not clutter and have 12 billion categories, because there's not gonna be 12 categories to be competed against frequently in one game or whatever.
Right.
So it's all about condensing and having competition all together. In this case, though, let's go back here. The reason why the version 1.0 run game was used there was like, well, you have two options. You can either pursue doing a speed run where you're doing the optimal intended gameplay, so aka the vanilla route, or at a GDQ where time is literally money. Like, I don't mean that it's like they're out there to milk donations, but it's like you have 140-hour marathon, and every single hour counts. They get submitted. I kid you not, over 1,000 hours, like for free, like of games. They have to chop. The chopping block is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So if your game is shorter, it's much easier to get it in the schedule. So I promise you. Go ahead.
There's also a reason why like a lot of the long marathon runs are not at like US primetime hours, or like they slot them in specific time slots.
Yeah.
Where like it's not maximum viewership. Like the prime time is where they put like the Mario Maker, like the Punch Out, like that kind of shit.
Yeah, and
Bloodborne was in the prime time slot, but I'm sure they chose the short version because of that.
Right.
That makes a lot more sense.
I will say, if you want a little bit more information on that, go watch our episode last GDQ with Rom Scout, or after last GDQ with Rom Scout, who was on and described a lot of that here on Drop Frames.
Yeah, if you have any questions about GDQ, watch that, because I rewatched it, like a lot of it.
Yeah.
Because
he goes super in depth on all of that.
About the chat and stuff, which is a hot button issue. And I linked it. I was like, watch this. It like he makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Everything's very planned and calculated. For sure.
Picking your battles is always like a good thing to get into,
Yeah.
But in short though, like it was like, all right, so if we do a shorter run, we're more likely to get accepted. It'll be a tighter slot. We'll get a better time slot, and people will get to see, like, because I'm sure people have already seen vanilla route, Bloodborne or whatever, or Dark Souls done well, but have people seen this crazy skip in the V1.0 patch? Like,
right.
I feel that's the education and enlightenment will help fix that skewed perspective that, like, because you're doing the impure thing, it's not valid anymore. It's not a speed run. Yeah. It's only because you weren't there for the struggle. Like, people are mad and feel betrayed because they weren't there as the game got discovered, time and time again. At first it was a useless glitch, and then 3 weeks later, this actually is part of the puzzle that leads to this useless glitch. Is now you use this to get out of bounds and then go up here and teleport here, and now we have a skip. And that's refreshing and discovery. It
was a fun run too. He did have some issues with it where things just weren't working his way, and it was cool to just see him kind of work around that. And he did do a couple of the fights. Go ahead.
He was a perfect example of why people like me don't do speedruns a lot, because shit was fucking up for him, and he was like, oh well, we're gonna have to do this. Oh well, did it again.
I felt a little bad for him.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just gonna no, but he like took it like a lot of speedrunners like just take it like a champ.
Yeah.
The whole way.
Well, you don't want to lose your cool up there, right?
We're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
I think that's the mentality of a speedrunner. It's like you're like, it's a completely different thing. Like when I like fuck up at this same part like 4 or 5 times, I am just filled. I want to kill. I want to burn down an orphanage.
Yeah.
But these guys are just cool, calm, collected.
Gotcha. So yeah, we'll continue that tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And then we played mostly that in Rainbow Six. We played together a round or two the other day in ranked.
That was fun, man.
It was fun.
We did really well the second one.
I've actually started to enjoy, maybe the better way is, I've started to not enjoy casual compared to ranked. I go into a casual game, and again, I'm just playing with random people. But it's got that mentality of like, if your team's not communicating, if they're not working as a team, that game is not that much fun. But the second you get into like a ranked game, albeit it takes a fucking lot longer to queue into, and you also have a chance of running against a hacker a lot more than you would if you're playing casual, the game becomes fun, like a lot of fun. So I'll probably continue playing that. They put out another patch for it today. Did you see that?
Yeah, I haven't. I heard there was some balance stuff, and there was some
anti-cheat stuff put in.
Yeah,
and they fixed more hit reg on PC as well.
Yep,
I'm
actually checking it out for the first time, like right when we're done.
Yeah,
like
it's crazy they've patched it as much as that.
Yeah, dude, more power to him.
It's cool to see that. It's cool to see that. There's really nothing newsworthy. There's a Division trailer that came out, which
Dragon's Dogma in 2 days.
Dragon's Dogma on Friday. That's gonna be one of those games where
I'm so excited, man. I'm so glad I didn't play it on console. Like
that's the funny thing is everyone. I was thinking about this the other day, and I think I said this on cast. Like this game came out in 2012, and for the people that played in 2012, we're just kind of like, people are losing their minds over this game. It's so old, but it's. I guess it's cool because it was actually a really good game. Like,
dude, for me, it's brand new.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
First release ever. I got my class down. I'm gonna be a mage. I'm so excited.
The other thing I will say, and I'm sure you've been told this by Chad a billion times, but decide if you want to play a short and skinny character or a tall and fat character, because it actually impacts the game in the sense that if you're a short character, you can get into certain places that you cannot if you're a big character. But if you're a big character, you have more strength and endurance than you would if you were a small character.
Wait, are we talking physically?
Physically, when you make your character, it actually matters.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
The game does things that are like super crazy and like very Japanese in the sense that just you don't see it anywhere else. Like I'll just let you to learn everything on your own. And we'll probably hear about it next week. But yeah. Apart from that, Zeke, did you play anything else? You were gone most of the week, right?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I was.
And same for Trihex. You were traveling, so
Yeah.
you got back. I think both of you have done like 1 or 2 streams since you've been back. So.
Correct. Yeah.
I played some mobile games.
What mobile games did you play? Downwell yet? Downwell's like the best mobile game.
No, I didn't play. No, I've not played Downwell yet. I played. I like for iPad. I like The Room.
How did I?
There's The Room 1, 2, and 3, and it's
Wheat was talking about that.
just a puzzler, just a point and click puzzler. Like you're inside of this thing, and it's got like you push a button and the thing opens up, and then you got to find a little secret, turny knob or whatever the fuck. It's a fun time waster playing airplane game.
Well, there you go.
Oh, and I got tased.
Yeah, I was
Hey,
gonna bring
really?
that up. I can't show the footage on Twitch because you can't show yourself getting tased.
Right, I know.
Yeah,
But it's on my YouTube. If you just go, there's down at the bottom, you can just click on the YouTube graphic, or I think it's pinned to my Twitter as well.
I think it is. Yeah. Were you fall backwards, and from what I've been told, falling backwards is the bad way to go.
No,
Well,
no. I think he was supposed to fall backwards, but he fell forwards.
Or
No. If
How
you
it work?
look at the video, there's a huge beanbag set up in front of me.
also, let's state the reason he did this was a donation
Pillows on
goal.
both
Charity.
pillows on
Charity.
both sides of it. Huge beanbag, like 6 foot by 4 foot beanbag that I was going to fall forward into. And what I didn't know was, like, I was ready. I was like, I gave him the signal. Like, the signal for him to shoot me was me, like, raising my arms in the air. So I gave him a nice big target on my back. And he shot me. And what I didn't know was, it shoots you straight, like your body just goes straight rigid.
Yeah.
And I was up on my tippy toes because my feet just went, whoop. And I went backwards. They spent 2 hours setting up my crash pad. And I
You
fucking
didn't.
totally missed. I went backwards. And you could see, like, I went, like, you can hear me go, oh God, oh God, oh God. And then, like, the only muscle I had any control over was kind of my neck. And I was just like, oh, please don't hit anything on the way down.
Jesus.
It
It's
was- and it
effective
wasn't,
though.
like, it wasn't
Tasing's effective, right?
It was really, really scary.
Yeah. Tasing's
It's just a
effective
scary
though.
feeling, not suddenly not be in control of any of your body at all.
Yeah. I don't think I want to be tased. I don't think I'm into that.
Yeah.
I just watched it. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah. No, he like he tenses up and just loses it.
Your
For sure.
intention was to fall forward, and you totally fall backward.
Yep, and
Yeah.
you can hear Booby Dooby, who was doing the Periscope phone cam. He was like, "You forgot to pigeon, man. You forgot to pigeon a little," which means like put my feet together and lean forward.
Yeah.
Like you
Jesus.
forgot to do that. It's like I couldn't help it.
Jesus. All right, well, let's start wrapping up because we're already a little bit over time. Next week, we will not have a normal show because the three of us are going to be in San Francisco as we do the final game of the year on the internet because that's how it worked out. That's
Yeah,
how
I
I'm
know.
promoting this thing. But
Now,
the
is it
cool...
gonna be on twitch.tv/Twitch?
No, it'll be on my channel. It won't be on Twitch.
Oh, okay.
It'll be on my channel. And Wheat's going to be joining... I don't think I've told you guys this. Wheat's going to be joining us for the entire show.
Oh,
Awesome.
So
Okay.
we'll be able to
Homie.
talk to him not only about his top 10 games, but also about Twitch.
About fucking time.
Yeah, Wheat's been the whatever it is, the white pony, whatever that we're chasing, whatever that's.
The white whale, you mean?
White whale. There you go. I knew it was some fucking animal.
White
Gotta be
whale.
excited. I gotta be.
White pony is cocaine, right?
Yeah, that's. It's also a fucking Deftones album.
That's right. That's what I was going for. That's why that's in my mind. Anyway, that'll be next week. Same time, 3 o'clock Eastern, noon Pacific, over at twitch.tv/itmeJP. We'll be talking about our top 10, talking to Wheat about all things Twitch, I guess, and also talk to him about his game of the year. So should be a fun episode. And then the following week, we'll not have an episode because we're going to be at PAX South, where we will have our episode on Friday at 4. Is that the right time? Let me look it up.
Is that?
I just wait for you to tell me when to be there now.
Yeah.
Just tell me when to do stuff, and I'll do stuff.
Is
Right.
this
Yeah.
it? Yeah,
If
it's
you
at
play the song and I'll dance.
it's at Friday at 5 p.m. Central, so 6 p.m. Eastern, which is actually interesting because we're right after the Twitch Town Hall, and I've been told that some cool things are going to be talked about at Twitch Town Hall, so we will be immediately able to talk about it on Dropped Frames right after that. Which also sucks because I've been told that the Twitch party is, of course, Friday night, and we go till 6 o'clock Central, so we're literally going to be running from our panel to the Twitch party. It's going to be...
And then the next night we have like a 9:30 panel.
Yeah, then we've got the... Yeah, fuck. I need to start, like... I need a prima donna and ask for proper times. Because it's kind of ridiculous.
I'm gonna pregame at the Drop Frames panel. I'm gonna
bring beer.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be drinking as we usually do. It's not out of the ordinary.
Wait, before we wrap up, can I say one small thing?
We've all got our own shout outs. You'll do your shout outs.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Co, why don't you start off with your own
Buckle
shout
my
outs?
seatbelt back up here. Okay, all right.
Okay, sounds good. First of all, a big thank you.
Oh, you fucked it up because you Trihex, turn your camera on and off.
Wait, turn mine off. Wait, what?
Yeah,
What?
just toggle it on and toggle it off, or toggle it off and then toggle it on.
Okay. How's that?
There you go. All right, Co, do some shout outs.
Hi, everyone. Okay, big stuff. I'm playing Mass Effect 3 tomorrow morning, and then we've got a full Dragon's Dogma playthrough coming up. Also, I have a new game on Kickstarter. You can find information on !Kickstarter on my channel. It was actually just backed by Brian Fargo and Obsidian Entertainment, so I'm
nice.
super excited about that. Absolutely awesome. Right after this cast, I'll be playing some Rainbow Six Siege with subs for like an hour or so, just hanging out, drinking, having a good time. And as always, a big thank you to JP and Zeke. Also, a huge thank you to Trihex. Awesome guest today. Thank you for coming out. And yeah, stream every day at 8 a.m. Hope to see you guys there. Find me at CohhCarnage on Twitter and YouTube and all that good stuff. Thanks as always. Hope you all enjoyed the show.
There you go. This is going to be messed up, but it's okay. Zeke, do some shout outs for us, good sir.
Yo, my name is Ezekiel the Third, also known as Zeke. I'm known FOR my rage. I'm a variety broadcaster here. You can find me on right here. This is my channel. I forget. Also, it's the same for Twitter and Twitch. It's all Ezekiel_III. Big, huge thank you to Trihex for being here. I've always wanted to. I want this show to be like branch out and get people from all sorts of different communities. And I could not have asked for a better guest. So thank you for being here, Trihex. Want to thank JP and Co as well. A couple of things. I will be broadcasting after this. We're doing some Metal Gear Solid 5, run and punch kind of a thing. And then on Saturday, JP's channel, got some West Marches.
Oh, yeah, your own roleplay.
West Marches coming up on JP's channel on Saturday. So watch out for that. It's gonna be great with Shannon Z Killer, Caitlin, and Trump. Yes, the Hearthstone Trump. With Silent Cyrus GM. But that's it. Thank you. I'm done.
There you go. And that's 5 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. Trihex, last but not least, do some shout outs there. Promote yourself, talk about what's going on, and of course, the thing that you were going to say. Whatever that was.
Okay. Well, really, the thing I want to say was more about all of you. I think it's so refreshing to be seeing this like other side of like the community with like you guys are all excited for actually like upcoming and recent games where like in the speedrunning sense it's typically like it's all about settling for and it's all about compromise. Like you ask a speedrunner, like ask any Kingdom Hearts 2 speedrunner, are they excited for Kingdom Hearts 3? They're going to tell you it's probably going to be too cinematic focus. It's going to have even more an even further accessible, dumbed down battle system. You ask a Paper Mario fan how they feel about the next Paper Mario, they're gonna tell you, oh my god, the Sticker Star had so much dumb stuff in it that I didn't like, that I don't even know if I even want a 1,000 Year Door 2 anymore, or whatever next game Assistant's going to develop for a next Paper Mario game for Wii U or whatever. You ask any Mario Sunshine fan, like, yo, how do you feel about the rumored Mario Galaxy 3? You're going to be like, well, the movement in Galaxy 2 was kind of slow and chunky with the really slow long jumps of the auto-enabled camera. You couldn't really see anything for any kind of like optimal routing of that game. So it's like, a lot of it's just compromised. There's a lot of hopelessness in the fact that, can modern gaming really get back to a point where, I don't know. I know speedrunning ultimately is like an unintended byproduct of enjoying the game further, so it shouldn't be developed with that in mind. But I think it gives me like, in my end, there's like just like a lot of doom and gloom with like, will the games we're excited for sequels from, will they be a fun speed game to play and relevant to my interest? And then look at you guys who are just like all hyped for all this stuff all year long, and it's like, God, I need to get more like you guys, dude. Like, shit. So I think that was it was cute to see you guys like nerd out over everything like that. That was awesome, because it's like, comparatively for me, it's like the next thing I'm excited for is my number 9, and then Star Fox Zero, and then it's a huge gap until whatever comes out that's holiday, whether it be Last Guardian or whatever. Like, just my stuff's like a very small window of like maybe 4 to 5 games I care about coming up this year.
Sure.
And you guys have like, like you guys just like attack it like a buffet. I don't even know, like just like American at a buffet, just like eating everything up, dude. Like, sure. I want to get like you guys. Actually, I want to actually enjoy more games. I tell you all the dirty sins of how many games I've not played in generations. It's just like, I have got to redeem that.
Just carve it into your cast. Just do like a day where you just play games that you've never played before. Just carve it into your
variety
cast.
day.
Yeah.
Woo! Variety day. I gotta get on that.
There you go.
I guess if you want me to like do the
go ahead.
The me thing. Okay. Hello everyone. I'm Trihex. I speedrun Yoshi's Island. I'm sort of taking a break on it right now. You probably know me from Yoshi's Island with the controller game and whatnot. I currently am really neck deep in enjoying Mario Maker. I do Mario Maker pretty much every stream at this current point. I dive in 100-man expert, try to go as hard as I can. I try to play better and ultimately try to cheese the levels a little bit, being like, beating the level through an unintended, mechanically savvy route that the level creator didn't do. So I'm trying to outsmart the level designers. You can see me do that and triumph and fail a bunch, and it's really, really awesome. You also can see me at least once a week. I'm gonna hop on and do some Yoshi's Woolly World co-op streams with my friend Steve Tar, where we're all routing for the glorious co-op stream that's going to be, in my opinion, easily the best run of HDQ 2017. Spoilers on that one already.
Calling it.
Not only that, but if you enjoyed the Step Mania demonstration we were talking about earlier from the AGDQ with Stahan, I'm going to be joining their team real soon with the Rhythm Gamers, like the Twitch team, Rhythm Gamers. I play Step Mania myself, nowhere near as good as him, but I'm still pretty fun to watch. And I'm going to be bringing back DDR on dance pad. So you can't see the camera back here, but I do have a full precision dance pad, and I'm talking like, like I have a 60 FPS HDMI output camcorder. You're gonna see my body cam. You're gonna see me like dancing around, moving around a little bit. So before the end of January, you will see Mario Maker go into after parties with DDR on dance pad. So if you want to see, scantily clothed, sweaty guy on camera, you know where I'll be real soon.
Stop. I can only get so erect.
Oh my God, Nico, you're so nice.
There you go.
Also, one more thing while you got it on me here. I want to drop this bomb.
Drop it.
Oh wait. Crap. All right. Never mind. Go somewhere else. I thought I had it ready.
What?
There is no one else.
There's no one else. Your last one, Trihex.
Look deep into the camera and tell us.
3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and
what? Are you sending us audio? What are you trying to do?
All right, I did. All right, there. Boom, done. All right.
What happened?
Look in the chat.
Oh, it's been.
Once you Control F subscribed and see who subscribed recently.
There you go.
Hey.
Get it, Zeke.
What?
He's subbed to you,
He
Zeke.
subbed
to
you.
Dude. This probably doesn't come through, does it? My voice thing doesn't.
No, it's not set up for that.
So we'll do Hail Trihex! As we go!
Dude, I love it. I love it.
There you go.
Big fat fist for you. Thanks, buddy.
There you go.
Oh, dude, I love you, man. I mean that, dude. We had that moment at TwitchCon, like, ooh, like was it TwitchCon or was it PAX?
You had no moment if you can't remember where it was, Trihex.
No,
I remember the place. I remember it was outside the hotel. It was like 3 a.m. and it was like a starry, beautiful night. We had an intimate moment. I still remember if it was, and I was dead tired though. I don't remember if that was TwitchCon, if that was PAX Con. I actually forgot.
Pretty sure it was TwitchCon.
Okay, TwitchCon. Yeah, dude,
There
I was
a lot of feelsy shit happening at TwitchCon. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Man, I'm glad we don't hang out at TwitchCon. I'm joking, Zeke.
No, every
Joking.
time I try to have a moment with you, you shut me down, man.
Yeah, that's just.
You need to open your heart to me, buddy. You need to open your heart to me.
I'm good.
Good.
I'm good. All right, that's going to do it, guys. Next week we'll be in San Francisco, so feel free to watch that show. Same time over on my channel at 3 o'clock Eastern, 12 Pacific. And Wheat will be joining us. We'll be talking about our top 10 games of 2015 as we deliver the final game of the year for 2015. Because I'm terrible at scheduling shit. It'll be next year. Or it'll be better next year, I promise you. That's it. Have a great, Wednesday afternoon, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.